Hello, everybody.
You can just kind of see his head.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ellen. This is Tarkin. That's Sam. And today at the arcade, we got our quarters, we got our go-karts ready because we're talking about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Very, very different games.
Very different games. We're going to talk about the differences, and we're going to talk about why we like it, why we don't like it, and all the things it should have had.
For those that don't know, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a HD re-release of Mario Kart 8 on the Switch. The big difference graphically is it now runs at 1080p instead of 720p, and it runs at 60 frames per second instead of 59 frames per second. Massive upgrades.
And the biggest upgrade content would be the battle mode that was added with 8 new maps and 5 different battle modes.
Yes. For those that played the original Mario Kart 8, all 5 of you that bought Wii U's, 2 of us here.
2 of us in the room.
You know Mario Kart 8, damn near perfect game, except for one thing. It's battle mode.
Can't.
Hot garbage.
Hot garbage, yeah.
It's what were they thinking?
I have no idea because it was in every other Mario Kart.
They got it right every other time.
Wait,
It's just
really?
Mario Kart 8 for some reason. They were like, we're gonna do everything right, except battle mode. You just play on normal racetracks instead of like square maps.
Yeah. But Nintendo did fix the issue that it had. It did fix the resolution issues. I guess they weren't really issues, but it did fix the resolution up to today's standards. And the game, so far, from what I've played, it has run completely smooth.
Yeah.
Never seen it lag. Never had any issues with it so far. Are you the same?
No graphical issues, that's for sure. It's steady. It even runs at 1080p 60 while still without any drops in split screen.
It's true.
Which Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U couldn't do. Mm-hmm. Once you got in the split screen, it started dropping.
And we're talking split screen, like on the TV and also on the Switch console itself.
Yeah,
little guy.
docket guy.
So, let's start with the good. The good, we already talked about, is the resolution. It went up. It's much more crisp now. Everything seems much more fluid, and you can run 2 people on the same screen just fine. I haven't tried it with 4 people yet.
I don't have that many friends.
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here.
We only have dogs. They're only friends. And
Tarkin won't play with me.
Tarkin's old. He's like, what's a Game Boy?
I played the original NES. No, you didn't. You played
where's the
Double
tar?
Dash was what game was that whenever you were a baby.
No. And we just touched on battle mode, which was just added with 8 new tracks. I am a pro at battle mode. Sam's a scrub. The other way around. The battle modes, I didn't really play battle mode at all on normal Mario Kart 8. I don't know what all it entailed. And I didn't play it much on Mario Kart 7 either. But we have 5 different modes. The newest ones being Bomb on Blast, Shine Thief, and Cops and Robbers. And those are great additions.
Are those new?
I mean, I've never played them before.
I don't know if those are new actually. I think
Time out.
they might not have been.
And with the battle mode, it came with 5 different ways you can play battles, but the newest one being the Cops and Robbers Catch the Renegades. And that is one of the funnest additions. Like the feather, that is the only place I've ever used the feather and used it accurately to avoid something.
It was on me. She avoided me.
Yeah.
I was a cop. She was a renegade. I was going right at her. I was about to fucking eat her face. And then she just whoop.
The jig is up, Sam.
Isn't it the cop that says that to the robber?
No, it's the song Renegade. The jig is up. Never mind. Anyway. And I find it's very fun to play. It's a lot more fun with a bunch of your friends than just playing tracks.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, actually, I disagree. I love racing. I'm a racing daddy through and through.
It's probably because you're better at it.
I'm pretty good at racing.
I like battle. And then the game also came with all the DLC characters as well as all the DLC maps. You do still have to unlock Gold Mario and like the golden cart pieces.
Yeah.
Then that's just by beating everything on 150cc.
I never bought any of the DLC for Mario Kart 8, so that made it a fantastic package for me. I got the original game, which is fantastic. All the DLC, which is almost doubles the amount of like race, like
Yeah.
tracks and characters in the game, and then new battle mode
New battle mode.
with 8 new maps
For the same price.
for the same price, $60. People were upset that it was $60, and I was like, I'm gonna play it enough to justify it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I bought the DLC, but I only played the first pack because I just like forgot about the second one and I never downloaded it to play. But it is good on Nintendo to include all of that on the get-go. And if they added more DLC to it, I wouldn't be surprised, but I also wouldn't put it past them to not include anything else.
I want them to make more DLC. Honestly, I was telling you about this. Because Mario Kart 8, just as a base, is such a great game. I want them to just eventually get to a point whenever it stops selling, just make it free, and then just sell like characters and like cart pieces, like cosmetic stuff, and just make it like a free-to-play game. Mario Kart would work so well as like a free-to-play game.
You just get your basic stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like all the tracks that they release, those come to everybody, so that it doesn't split the player base online, which we need to talk about the online. But like, just purely cosmetic, it could work. I'd play the fuck out of it.
I don't have really anything else good to say about the game. If we were talking just about Mario Kart 8 as it released, that would be different. Like, that would include, like, the zero gravity mode and stuff like that. But if we're just talking about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I think that's all I have.
The only other new addition is, for the first time since Double Dash, you get 2 items
2 items.
instead of the 1, which adds so much. At first, I was kind of upset because you couldn't swap between them, as far as I could find.
Yeah.
But now that I've had time to play it, I actually don't mind that you can't swap between items, because it kind of makes me strategize a little bit. Like, if I have like a coin and a banana, I'm going to use the coin immediately. I'm going to save the banana. Whereas if I have a banana and a coin, then like it makes me think about what I've got.
Yeah, it's like you got to use the banana before you hit the
He's a
next
very
block.
whiny
And then, yeah. It's a good time. But let us work our way over to the bad. The main thing would be the online. So with the bad, the main thing would be the online and how it is still peer-to-peer, which I didn't know was a thing until last Tuesday when Sam and someone else was telling me about it.
Yes, our friend Gary. Yeah, so it's peer-to-peer.
wasn't Gary.
Nintendo. What?
It was Logan.
It was Logan. So for those that don't know, peer-to-peer is basically where instead of, it was a Buffalo Wild Wings.
It was on Buffalo Wild Wings Tuesday.
Peer-to-peer is where instead of everybody's connection going to a server, the server processing everything and then sending it back to everybody, to where there is some kind of difference in people's experience based on how close they are and what their ping is, but it makes for a lot more even experience. Whereas for peer-to-peer, one of the actual people playing on their Switch hosts the game. So Ellen's hosting, I'm playing. Everything I do has to go to her Switch to get registered, and then it comes back to me. What happens is, let's say Ellen,
Cox is taking a dump.
Cox is taking a dump, and her connection is super slow. She has a terrible ping and just packet loss everywhere. What happens is, I want to hit my item. So I press my button. It sends to her Switch saying, okay, he pressed this item. So it sends it. But it has to go through, it takes so long that by the time it gets back to me and registers everything, it's what happened on her screen, because she's the host and it's happening in real time for her, is completely different. That causes issues where you press a button thinking, and on your screen it looks like you hit somebody with a red shell, but in reality, like, they just zoom past as if they didn't even get hit. That's why. So it causes a lot of connection issues, and I don't know if you've had any connection issues.
Whenever I play worldwide, absolutely. Every single time I tried to do it, it sucks. So I had to switch to regional. And ever since I've been to regional, it's been fine.
But 90% of the time whenever I play regional, I'm fine. But I've had a few matches where I've noticed that like my stuff wasn't registering right. And there was one night where I even ran tests on my network, and my network was fine. But like every game I would join, I'd get about halfway through the race and it would disconnect me, which was pissing me off.
I just wanted to beat people
just
in
wanna
Mario Kart.
Race, and it won't let me. But yeah, so online needs some work, especially
If I'm
because
supposed to pay for it?
they want us to pay for this, which is purely unacceptable. The most mind-blowing thing to me is Mario Kart 8, the original. I played online on that, and I never had any problems. Like, it ran, that was one of the, at the time, that was one of the smoothest online launches I have played. So I don't know what they did differently this time, but it is not as smooth, or maybe it's just anecdotal evidence. And I didn't, this
Maybe-
Mario Kart 8 launch wasn't smooth. I just got lucky.
Maybe what they're doing is that they're making it really terrible so that if you pay for the service, like they're going to fix it as soon as you pay for it. So it's like, wow, this is amazing. If I pay for it, it's so great. I should pay for this all the time.
The weird thing for that is like in the Switch event, whenever they announced the online, they were like, you'll have a free trial to see what it's really like up until this fall. So if this is a free trial and what it's really like, that's kind of worrisome to me.
Yeah.
But I don't, they still have until this fall to release an actual good online service. Do you think they'll be able to do it?
Let's see what they do with Splatoon, and we'll go from there.
That's a good point. And ARMS.
And ARMS.
ARMS is that's gonna matter a lot more because it's one-on-one,
Yeah.
and you're gonna be looking directly at them, so your stuff has to register right.
Yeah.
It's not as like Mario Kart. You can sometimes get away with your stuff not hitting right because you won't really notice it.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't notice it, but I don't know. Ellen,
I didn't want to say anything.
I don't think you can't see it on the camera.
I hope
Okay.
not.
So Ellen,
Okay.
why? Okay, so Ellen, on a scale of 1 to 7 laps on Baby Park, what would you rate Mario Kart 8 Deluxe?
Lap number 5 when I'm in first place, and then like I hit like 7 bananas, and I'm somehow in last. But then I have to work my way back up, so I still have room to grow.
I am going to say it's lap 7 when I win.
Please. It's probably true, actually. So, for all you people out there, I hope you enjoyed. So, for all you people out there, I hope your quarters went to good work and you enjoyed what we had to give you, and you raced your karts and you. Fuck, I am so bad at this right now. So, your quarters have been spent. You played at the arcade. Now it's time to go home. This is Ellen. That's Sam. This is Tarkin. This is Mac. See ya.
Thanks for watching. It only took 4 tries.